Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome again to our Live at 5 MIT Men in Training mentoring session. If you haven't watched this before, my name is Craig. I'm one of your recovery coaches here at Capital Recovery Center. And this hybrid meeting, which has been facilitated by me, is something that we would like to work on and improve upon, and that is men helping other men with shared experience. So I am a recovery coach. I am not a counselor or professional when it comes to mentoring, but I am a recovering coach. And what I want to share with you tonight, all those who may be watching this or may know someone that may need a mentor or need to just have a one-on-one counsel or session or conversation with a recovery coach, please feel free to reach out to me here at Capital Recovery Center. And so I want to show you the address at the bottom of the screen. And so you can reach out to us here at Capital Recovery Center. All right, without further ado, let's get into what we're going to talk about tonight. Or this afternoon, rather. And so I want to share with you is this. We're going to talk about qualities of a good mentor. And that this is so paramount, so important that we talk about the qualities of a good mentor. Like I said, I'm not an expert on this subject, but I am a recovery coach who have shared experience with those who may be readjusting or navigating through some hurdles that they may find very difficult to win. And so I'm under the belief that if you're willing to help yourself, there are so many people out here in the world and society who would love to assist anyone who's working on reshaping, redefining, rebuilding their life to something new and better. And so this article is brought to you by thebalancedmoney.com. Ooh, I like that already. Thebalancedmoney.com. And so without further ado, let me give you an introduction of what we're going to be talking about tonight. And it says, mentors are people that can help provide you with guidance, advice, support, and knowledge to help you with your personal and professional development. So it don't always have to be from a personal standpoint. And so a lot of times we hear mentors. We may hear someone who's just shadowing you or assisting you. So it can be from a personal perspective. Good mentors should be enthusiastic, should be excited, should be lively, and should be really inspiring to help shape someone's life. And because, you know, it's always gratifying to know that we are able to assist somebody and see the good results of helping somebody along the way. All right. So it says good mentors should be enthusiastic about helping you achieve your goals. All right. The qualities of a good mentor usually include someone that is able to listen and provide feedback while being respectful. A good mentor might include someone with a particular skill set of or expertise. Below are some of the key signs or qualities of a good mentor. Let's look at some of the key takeaways. There are 3 bullets. The first bullet talks about a good mentor is an active listener who is enthusiastic about helping you achieve your goals. The second bullet talks about to make sure your mentor is the right fit for you. Choose someone that shows you respect, provide honest feedback, and is an expert in your field. It's all types of fields that people may find themselves in, whether it be certain skills. For number one, some people are very skilled in whether it be computers, whether it be vocational, whether it be academic, whether it be school, college grads or college educated, and whether it be in the workforce. All right. And so it says and the third bullet talks about a good mentor should be a cheerleader. Rah, 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 rah. You go, man, you can do it. Inspiring. All right. A good cheerleader. So I would like to think of myself as someone who is a good encourager. The article says a good cheerleader. So I would like to be someone who is a good encourager, who will give you some good words, some good words of advice from a positive perspective. All right, encouraging you while providing guidance and advice to help you achieve your goals. You see how I skirt around that word cheerleader from a man perspective? I said I want to be your encourager. All right, and so let's talk about mentoring. And so the article goes on to say mentoring, whether you need personal or professional development, a mentor is someone that helps you achieve your development goals. A mentor is someone with knowledge or experience that is shared with others to help them improve. All right. And so I work for Cumberland County Human Services Capital Recovery Center. Once again, I said earlier that I am a recovery coach. So I have shared experience in the field of reentry for number one. If those who don't know about reentry, those who have lived a lifestyle or who have recently come home from being confined, whether it be county jail, state prison, federal prison, things of that nature, or someone who been through the treatment process. When I say treatment, addiction treatment, whether it be detox, residential, therapeutic. I come from the experience of a therapeutic community, a peer-driven therapeutic community, whereas it was geared towards people just like me, different lifestyles from different backgrounds, different culture. However, we share the same experience. All right, and so it varies though. So it says the type of mentor can depend on the specific goal of the prodigy. A mentor might help you get organized, set goals, learn a specific type of skill, or improve your interpersonal relationship with coworkers. In short, mentors are here to help you grow and develop into the person or professional that you are striving to become. And so when I say I'm someone of a shared background or a particular lifestyle or skill set, is that I have some experience of how I learned certain things, how to be more sociable, learn how to communicate with people. I learned certain trades, vocational, whether it be driving a forklift, whether it be air conditioning and refrigeration, which is also known as environmental system, and welding. And so I have a little experience about that. And so if that's something that you're looking to get into or you would like to converse about those things, I am the guy. And so when it comes to the workforce, now if you're coming from an perspective where you have just came home from incarceration or you just came home from residential treatment and you are struggling and you're working on your sobriety, you're working on your relationship with the family, your loved ones, you're working on how to not to be confrontational or combative when it comes to conflict. And so there's a host of things that we can work on together. All right, that's enough said for now. Let's go and move on to the next one. And we're going to talk about signs of a good mentor. All right, it says, although there are many types of mentors, there are some key signs to look out for to ensure that a mentor is right for you and your situation. Some of the skills and qualities that a good mentor should possess include, listen up, this is very important. We talk about signs of a good mentor because a lot of times we don't want to derail someone from their straight and narrow path that they have chosen. And so we don't want to set anyone back or set someone up for failure. And so we want to be careful how we treat people when it comes to mentoring and how we expect to be treated as well. So it works both ways. I'm definitely going to give you respect, and I definitely would like the same respect back. And so we can, get off on a good, even kill. All right. And so there it says, signs of a good mentor are enthusiastic, shows mutual respect, active listener, provide honest feedback, experience in your field. And the last one says, interested in helping you. And so I like to exhibit, how many are there? 6 of them. I like to exhibit every last one of them, but I think I don't want to take one from the other and say that this is more important, but active listener, that is so key, because a lot of times if I notice if we don't take the time to hear someone out clearly and correctly, a person may feel that we are not attentive to their plight, their situation, and what they're trying to convey. So we have to always be very careful when it comes to active listening. All right. So let's see what they said about enthusiasm. This is a very good one, because if a person don't think that you are excited about their progress, and so they may have a hard time with self-esteem issues. All right. And so if a person is struggling with self-esteem issues and you're not enthusiasm, if you're not on board with what they're trying to do, and now it may come a time where you may have to say, well, you may think that might don't work out, but allow a person to try themselves, and if they fall, then you can give your 2 cents about what you think about their decision-making process. All right. And so when you are looking for a mentor, you should key in on one very important aspect of the possible mentor's personality. That need to be enthusiastic, almost to the point of being too enthusiastic. Wow. Let me read that again. It says, when you are looking for a mentor, you should key in on one very important aspect of the possible mentor's personality. They need to be enthusiastic, almost to the point of being too enthusiastic. And so always, so these are some key points that I think is very essential, because it can help not only me, but it can help the mentee when they're looking for a good mentor. And so that should be someone who's very excited about your development. All right. You should feel their sincerity in the way they present their desire to help you. Good mentors are passionate about their yearning to help others and receive their rewards not in the form of materialistic items or money, but in seeing the people they have helped become successful. And so we are always under the scope, or always under the guise of we don't give out gift, and we're not able to receive gifts. And so when we say give out, we're saying anything that's tangible that will show favoritism to one person over another. So in that way we can keep everybody. We don't overstep our boundaries. Let me just keep it real. Let me say it how it should be said. We don't want to overstep our boundaries. We want to treat everybody fair and equal, because we deal with a whole diverse of people, and so it's always good. Keep that in mind. So that leads me up to the next bullet, and that is mutual respect. All right, let's talk about mutual respect. Respect for others is not limited to mentors, but it should be on your list of requirements for yours. Mentors should know how to be tactful in their conversations and emotionally Intelligent. That's a heavy one. Emotional intelligence. I was reading this book, not reading it, it's an audio book, and it was talking about we as men, we have a problem with being emotional, especially around other group of men, and therefore the gentleman who wrote the book, he stated that a lot of times we suffer from emotional incarceration. And I thought that was very important. And I say emotional incarceration. I never heard it put that way, but he was saying that we have this fear or apprehension of being vulnerable with one another. So that don't mean that you can't express yourself in a way that show your sensitivity. And so listen, we would like to work on that when it comes to emotional intelligence. So the article continues to say, emotional intelligence is the ability to be aware of emotions in others and oneself, and be able to make decisions and influence others while controlling emotions and feelings. Empathy for those around them. Very important. Very important. Keep that in mind. Emotional intelligence. Mentors shouldn't be judgmental of others, voice their opinions of people, or talk down to you. For example, imagine a mentor saying the following: don't do this like John does. He's not very good at this. It would not be helpful to you or John and will violate the privacy expected from a mentor. Okay? And so you want somebody like the previous bullet or topic talks about enthusiasm. You want somebody to be enthusiastic. You want somebody to allow you to express yourself freely and openly. And if you make a mistake, you know what? We learn from our mistake because they are some of the greatest lessons that we can learn from by failing. Sometimes a lot of people, I learned that a lot of people have this great fear of failing. And so I use Michael Jordan as an example because I heard someone else use it. And so I want to use Michael Jordan. We talk about the greatness of Michael Jordan, is how he won all, him and his teammate won all those championship. And when it came down to making the key shot, Michael Jordan was one of the go-to person. They talk about his stats, but they rarely mention all the shots that he didn't make. All right. And so he had to go through a process of learning how to become a better person by not making all the shots. And so sometimes you ain't gonna make all the shots. Plain and simple. We ain't gonna make all the shots. But we want to make the shots that count. All right. And so there's often someone says pressure busts a pipe. And so while we're under pressure, we want to perform at a highest level. Active listening. Let's talk about that. We talked about that earlier. And so we're going to continue on and we're going to finish up this article, I believe, because it's very interesting. Active listening. A mentor needs to be able to listen to you. All right? They should be involved in the conversation, prompting you for clarity or more information. Very interesting. The article said they should be involved in the conversation, prompting you for clarity or more information. All right? And so it shouldn't just be an open-ended discussion. It should be a discussion where we all can elaborate more in depth of what you are saying. They shouldn't be distracted when you are talking. And I said earlier, a person, an active listener, should be very attentive, because a person not attentive to what you're saying, that's a sign of disrespect. You know, a lot of times our body language is a sign of communication, and that's how we listen as well. We have to be very mindful of those factors as well. And so there's verbal communication and there are nonverbal communication. A person that has always aligned themselves to be interrupted by phones, emails, or people walking by when in a session with you is not actively listening. Not at all. Not at all. You want someone undivided attention, especially when something that matters the most to you. And so I would be in the wrong if I ever did that to someone, because I always like to give somebody my utmost courtesy. All right. And I want someone to do the same to me. So it works both ways. A good mentor should not have any distractions when you're speaking with them. Instead, they should be focusing on you and taking part in the conversation. They should ask questions, reflect on your answers, and even give you some silence when you need to think. Wow. They need to give you, and as a mentor, I would need to give you some silence when you need to. If I know that I'm having a discussion with someone and I am asking a question for further information and I see that it's becoming overwhelming, that is a cue for me to allow you your space to back off a little bit and not press you, because a lot of times some people just need some time to gather themselves, and it takes a good listener to know when to back off. All right, so let's move on. All right, we're almost at a home run. We're gonna we get down to the meat and potatoes. All right, I like to say that something here and there. Honest feedback. Honest feedback. All right, it says everyone can benefit from feedback. Even in the link, even if there's somebody out there watching, and if you feel that there's a better way or a suggestion, please feel free to give us your thoughts on tonight, whether you like what you heard, what you hear. If you'd like to hear more of it, we would greatly appreciate it. We appreciate all the positive information or feedback. Even the most skilled and acknowledged, even the skilled and knowledgeable person is a beginner at something, requiring feedback to continue to grow in their new skills. Feedback is essential to improvement. A mentor should create long-term objectives and short-term goals to help you realize your goals. Feedback should be provided during each session with your mentor and should not be degrading. Instead, feedback should inform you of a shortcoming and identify corrective action to become more successful. Let me give you a little, share a little story about me. Once I had my reentry phase and how it started, I would say to myself, I said, well, I know that I have been removed from society for a while. I need to work on, number one, short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals. And I had to figure out what that would look like. And I said that to myself. And so I worked on my short-term goals was, reestablish my identification back, my driver's license, my, social security, things of that nature, my identification card, so that wherever I go, especially when I'm applying for a job, I had to work on my resume. I had to work on my interview skills. All right. And then I had to work on finding a job. Right. And so there were stages and phases that I went through that I learned how to get over some barriers. And so there's something that you may be struggling with, or somebody that you know that's maybe listening to this and they may need to know how to go through the process. Feel free, because I have experience in it. And then I went from having a job then to learning how to be able to open up a bank account and start saving. And then at the same time, I still was working on improving my lifestyle, going back to school, getting a degree, and continual training and learning and getting more and more skilled at profession that I'm doing now. And so it's an ongoing process. I love it because I don't never want to be stagnant. I always want to grow. All right, I'm not going to prolong it. And so we're going to talk about finding the right mentor. All right. Once again, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, it's scrolling across. The topic is qualities of a good mentor. This is a hybrid meeting. And so now we want to talk about finding the right mentor. When searching for the right mentor, it's important to identify the strengths of the mentor that you need in order for you to achieve your goals. Find the strength. What do you like about this person? Is it the way they convey the information? Are they a good listener? Are they enthusiastic? Are they someone that you feel comfortable and confiding as a protege? Someone that you can say, I believe this person is compassionate and has passion for my success. All right. So it says it helps to find someone who's an expert and interested in helping you develop. Very important when it comes to finding a mentor. Let's talk about experience in your field, because a lot of people have different variety of experience, different variety of education, different variety and work experience, because there's so many people who has whether you're an IT person or you're a computer person, whether it be a software or hardware type person, or you a person who's good with your hands, who's very creative in drawing, music, whatever field that you are gifted at, those are some of your strengths. And so let's talk about experience in your field. Mentors are not just respectful, enthusiastic people. They should be considered an expert in their field and be in the same field you are working towards. All right. Although it's possible for a good mentor not to be an expert in your field, it's usually more helpful if they understand the challenges that you'll face in the future and help you prepare and develop. Your mentor should be respected by their peers and yours. If you choose a mentor that is not well known in the industry, you may not get the results you desire. Many people use mentors not only as guides to develop themselves, but to associate themselves in the name of that mentor. If your field is archaeology and your mentor is Dr. Jones, the respected and well-known professor and archaeologist, you'll have the benefit of being the doctor's protege. All right? This gives you much needed credibility while ensuring that you have been instructed and guided correctly. And so if that is your field, archaeology, and you find Dr. Jones, who is an archaeologist, and y'all become really close, and he or she help you develop in the field in which you're studying, give you like the article said, it's a credibility, but we like to say it gives you some street creds. And so it's very important to always have a mentor or someone who's going to shadow you and someone who's going to guide you and direct you how to be able to be more successful in the field that you're in. All right. However, if Dr. Jones, the archaeologist who discovered a 10-year-old basket of plastic egg behind a bush in his backyard, is your mentor, you might not receive adequate guidance. All right. And so, archaeologists, if you're familiar with archaeologists, they are people who deal with artifacts. And so, if he found a basket egg in his backyard, I don't think that's old enough to qualify as an archaeologist. All right. All right. And so, let's move on and let's see what else we can talk about tonight. And we're going to talk about interested in helping you. All right. And it says, you may have many people to choose from when you are shopping for a mentor. It can be similar to shopping for a shirt. When searching for the style you like, the one that fits might be in the middle or end of the pile. All right, they use the analogy of searching for a shirt, and so we're talking about interested in helping you, a mentor that's interested in helping you. So let's read some more. See what the article says. Some people may try to manipulate you in your life and career, trying to become an influencer and develop you in the way that works for them or that they think is best. However, a good mentor will create a strategy that fits your needs, talents, skills, and desires and push you towards a better you, not towards a clone of themselves. Wow, man, that's good. That is real good. You don't want to be a copycat. You don't want to mimic someone. It's good to have affiliation, association with somebody. However, you still want to be recognized as someone who can stand on your own when someone else is not around. Right? Good mentors are like long learners, are lifelong learners, and should want to pass that desire on to those around them. A valuable trait of a mentor is the understanding that while they're experts, they don't know everything. So true, so true. A mentor that is comfortable with saying, I don't know, but I will find you an answer is someone worth considering. Woo! I know that's right. If I don't have the answer, we're going to keep trying together until we find the answer and until you're pleased with the answer and the results that you get. Good mentors should be excited to share their knowledge with you and be willing to explore the possibility that you may have answers that they do not. A mentor that might learn from their mentees, right, is indeed worthy of your respect and time. So just as well I could pour into you or someone else can pour into me. And so I'm always willing to learn something that's going to be beneficial for the development and growth. The bottom line, let's talk about the bottom line. All right. And so this is really good. I want to finish it all up because I don't want to just leave you hanging. Once again, this article is brought to you by thebalancemoney.com. Thebalancemoney.com is this article brought to you. The bottom line, choosing a mentor does not need to be as stressful or complicated as it seems. Find one that fits you and work to make it a rewarding experience. You'll not only find the best version of yourself, but you will have gained a lifelong friend and supporter in the process. All right, so the article talks about the 3 A's of mentoring are availability, active listening, and analysis. Availability means that a mentor should offer or avail you of their time, experience, encouragement, feedback, and advice. Active listening means your mentor should be quiet and attentive when you're speaking and not distracted. Analysis means good mentors should be able to analyze what you're saying, your situation, and provide detailed feedback or solutions so that you can grow. And last but not least, what are the 3 C's of mentorship? Sounds good like Campbell soup. All right, it says typically the 3 C's of mentorship are consultant, counselor, and cheerleading. A mentor that is a consultant is an expert in their field. The counselor listens and provides constructive feedback. A good mentor is also a cheerleader, providing enthusiastic support and encouraging you to achieve your goals. Wow. And so once again, we're talking about qualities of a good mentor. This is a hybrid meeting, and so we have went over some good topics, some good material that can help someone who's thinking about a mentor, but who haven't yet decided on finding or being a part of a mentorship program. So they've been great sharing some information with you. And so hopefully you have gained some insight on what a mentor is, some of the qualities, and some of the things that you're looking for. If there's compatibleness that you have read and that you heard me say from my own personal experience, and you would like to learn more how to overcome a lot of barriers, please feel free to contact us here at Capital Recovery Center, and I will be gladly to be attentive and be enthusiastic and be an active listener. All right, and to be available. All right, take care. Until the next time, my name is Craig. So long.